morning, you guys. Just recording a quick video to read through the Chapter 18 test for you. Do remember that I'm just going to give you guys a participation grade for this test. You just have to take it and you'll get credit for it regardless of how you do. Um, but I mean, I want you to still try to do as well as you can. So I'm going to read through the questions for you. Remember to hit pause whenever you feel you need to not let me get too far ahead. So got to type in some sort of name. First question. Which of the following is not found in the Consumer Bill of Rights? The consumer has a right to demand a refund at any time. The consumer has a right to respectful service. The consumer has a right to environmental safety, or the consumer has a right to be given choices. Next question. What president pushed through the passage of the Consumer Bill of Rights in 1962? Dwight Eisenhower, John Kennedy, Richard Nixon, or Lyndon Johnson? Next question. What is the purpose of the FDA? Now, I won't lie, this isn't even in your notes, so I'm just going to give you the answer to this. They regulate the food and drugs that are sold to us. The rest of your classmates, I figured, could use the internet to find the answer, but I'm not going to trick you guys. When you buy a product and are promised by the manufacturer that they will repair or replace a faulty product, you are receiving a interest, warranty, generic good, or credit. When a savings account is liquid, what is being said about it? The bank has a leak. Money is able to be used whenever you wish. Money is unable to be used whenever you wish. Or money is worthless and may as well be thrown in the river. Next question. Which types of accounts receive greater interest rates? Accounts with high liquidity and low maturity. Accounts with low liquidity and high maturity. Accounts with medium liquidity and some maturity. Or the old jar on top of my refrigerator. Which of the following is not an advantage to using credit? Allows you to obtain something without waiting or needing money, teaches you financial discipline, builds your credit score, or can place you in a cycle of perpetual debt. Now, another way I could have written that question was which of the following is a disadvantage to using credit? So you can look at that as which of these four options is bad. Next question. From what location can you not buy a savings bond? Can you not buy from a bank? Can you not buy from the government? Can you not buy from a business? You can actually buy from any one of the above, or you cannot buy from any of the above. Which savings option is typically said to be very conservative, diversified, and safe, but also gives you a good opportunity to make money over the long term, which makes it ideal for many retirement plans? Would that be mutual funds, savings accounts, savings bonds, or stock portfolio? In fact, I'm going to give this answer to you guys as well because I think it's something that I normally would have gone over, but I did not probably very well this time. That would be mutual funds as the correct answer. Next question. Of these four answers, which of the following is not a stock market? One of them is a statistic, not a stock market. The NASDAQ, the Amex, the Dow Jones, or the NYSE, or New York Stock Exchange. Next question. If the markets are doing well, what type of market will we be in? Are we in a bear market, a bull market, a turkey market, or a snake market? You own stock. You are the partial owner of a company and deserve your share of the profits. What stock term refers to your share of the profits in a company? Would that be the volume, the PE ratio, the dividend, or maturity? Tessa owns stock in ExxonMobil. She wants to determine how much money she has to invest to make $1. What statistic does she need to look for? So which of these four statistics will tell her how much money she has to invest to make $1? Is that the Dow Jones, the volume, the S&P 500, or the PE ratio? Next question. What effect would a stock split have on a company's stock? Prices of the stock would drop and cause demand to increase. Prices of the stock would rise and cause demand to decrease. Prices of the stock would double and cause demand to decrease. Prices of the stock would stay the same and cause demand to disappear and not stay home. Looking at this, I'm going to actually knock off a couple of choices here. Get rid of these last two options here is only going to be one of the first two. So is this going to cause prices of the stock to drop and cause demand to increase, or will it cause the prices of the stock to rise and cause demand to decrease? So it's going to be one or the other. Which of the following statements would Warren Buffett most likely disagree with? Remember, he is the guy who, that big, terrible reading that I made you read through, I had all the stock advice. So which of these would he most likely disagree with? One should only buy stock in companies they understand. One should put considerable amounts of money into the stocks they buy. One should hold on to their money if they're too unsure of how a stock will do. Or one should take a stab in the dark once in a while as a lucky hit is common. What government agency was created to help protect consumer rights and provide consumers the ability to file complaints against businesses for unfair practices? I'm going to give this answer to you as well because I didn't go over this in the notes and I typically would have. The correct answer would be this one here, the triple B. It stands for Better Business Bureau. After you've paid all of your required bills and taxes in your family budget, you are left over with a certain amount of cash, hopefully. What is this leftover cash in your budget referred to as? Is this disposable income, opportunity cost, a balance, or impulse buying? If you write a check that doesn't have enough money in your checking account to cover the expense you have, sorry, I'm going to start reading that question over again. If you write a check that doesn't have enough money in your checking account to cover the expense, you have done what? Have you bounced a check, defaulted on your credit, broke the cookie jar, or bought on the margin? One of these four phrases is very common to the idea of writing a bad check. So if you've written a check that doesn't have enough money in your checking account, one of these four things is said to have happened. I think that's kind of a poorly worded question now that I look at it. I probably should clean that up. Next question, almost done. When calculating an APR, this is the amount of interest added to a balance over the period of how many months? Would it be 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months? Remember what APR stands for. It stands for annual percentage rate. That should give you a clue. And the last question, what is the purpose of the government agency FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, which was created in 1914? I'm going to give you the answer to this one as well because I didn't, again, get into the government agencies. The FTC, Federal Trade Commission, what they do is this third option here. It works to prevent business fraud, deception, and unfair business practices. They punish businesses who do bad things. And the next section, oh, there's another. Wow, I made this test big. All right, just a short true false section. All right, so true false. The education of buyers about their rights and responsibilities is known as consumerism. True or false? One should never consider comparison shopping when making large purchases, as the act has a great negative impact on our economy. True or false? Individuals with poor credit scores and an unreliable credit history are often forced to pay higher interest rates on their credit. True or false? When interest is added to your principal or balance, it is known as compounding. Is that true or false? It is impossible to cash out a savings bond before it is mature. True or false? Not all companies in America sell stock in their companies. True or false? Warren Buffett is the majority owner of the company Berkshire Hathaway. True or false? Diversification is a stock investment strategy you should use if you wish to spread your investments out over a variety of stock options. True or false? Stockbrokers make money from the commissions they charge you when they buy or sell stocks for you. True or false? And lastly, businesses do not want you to buy their goods impulsively, as it would always be bad for their profits. True or false? The next section, this is what I was thinking about. There is a math section on here, but it's bonus points for everybody. I'm not going to read through this because it would probably take a while. But if you have questions and you want to try to do this, just refer to the prior math lecture video where I sort of went over some of the different math questions. You can still get the bonus if you want, but I'm not going to read through this since I'm grading you guys differently. That's it.